Hi.
How are you?
Okay. I'm here. So,
Yeah, well, that's a start, You're here today.
yeah.
Do you know why you're here?
Um, yeah, I got suspended at school. So, they told me I had to come here.
Okay. So you got suspended.
Yeah.
So, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself so we can kind of, get to know each other a little better so to make you feel more comfortable?
Um, yeah, I'm a freshman at school. I like English. I like school.
Mm-hmm.
I like listening to music and
That's good.
playing video games.
So it sounds like you have some hobbies that you like to do as far as listening to music and playing video games.
Yeah, I guess.
So what else do you like to do for fun?
I normally just kind of play video games. I like doing that for fun.
Do you hang out with friends?
Yeah, I have friends. I guess, yeah, hang out with friends.
Okay. So can you tell me how school was for you? As far as in elementary school, junior high, can you kind of explain that kind of experience?
Let's think. Yeah. I mean, I like school. I'm not like somebody who doesn't like school. I'm pretty good at school, actually. I get good grades.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like people at school.
Okay.
I don't really like talking to people. I have a couple friends, but other than that, I'm not popular, so
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for somebody like me in school.
So what I'm hearing you say is that, school is not an issue, you're doing really well academically, which is really, really good, and that you do have, some friends that you can talk to or hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
I think in high school you don't necessarily have to focus on, the popular kids, because having that label isn't really that important.
Mm-hmm.
So can you explain more why you said that you don't really like to talk to people, or you don't really was there a time where was there an incident that happened that maybe kind of made you feel that way towards people?
I guess all through elementary school and middle school, I was kind of always picked on. I was never the cool guy or anything, so I was always kind of bullied, and people just always picking on me, and it kind of made me just kind of want to be cut off from everybody, and you can only take so much.
Right.
And people are just always calling me names, and it gets me so angry.
Yeah. So how does it make you feel when, in the moment when someone calls you, a name?
I just get so mad. I just see red,
Mm-hmm.
My hands are shaking, and my body's tense, and it makes me want to just go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel angry just all the time.
So are you able to kind of bring yourself back to that normal, calm range, when you're in that state?
No. I think when people, it's been happening my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting to the point where I just can't even take it anymore. And I just when people are making fun of me and calling me names, it just makes me crazy. And I guess I don't really calm down until maybe when I get home and I can just be by myself and I can play my video games.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily use the word crazy, because that's not positive, but I would definitely say that you experiencing like bullying, throughout school and stuff like that can be really, really challenging and very, very hard. And I can imagine, what that must feel like having to deal with that on a daily basis or, often. And so what I'm hearing is that you don't really have a way where you can kind of like calm yourself down as far as regulating yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so tell me more about like your family, like your mom, your dad, if you have any siblings, or how is like home life going for you?
It's okay. It's just me and my mom. So home's not really the greatest place right now. My dad died when I was 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, so it's been really hard at home because my mom now, she's starting to go on dates now. And she never has done that before.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the first time. And I can't stand it. It's like, why would she do that to my family? Why would she do that to my dad? Why would she disrespect him like that? It just makes me so angry that, that she would do that.
So how do you think you manage dealing with the fact that like your mom is dating now? Like how do you think you manage like those difficult times like that?
I don't know. I don't really know how to manage. I just go in my room and play my video games and I'm just angry. So the video games, I can be angry in them and can hit people in video games and you don't get suspended, So I just do that, but I'm so angry.
So what do you think like the anger inside of you is trying to tell you? Like what do you think it's trying to show you?
I don't know, that my mom shouldn't be dating people and that people shouldn't be calling me names. That's what I feel like.
So there's scenarios that kind of lead to you feeling angry, such as like, your mom dating, which I can understand that could be difficult, especially when, your father passed away and it's, it's still hard, even though it didn't happen recently, it can still be hard.
Yeah, it's
So
hard.
I can understand why, you would be feeling that way. But we can't, the whole reason why you're here today, is because you did get suspended for getting into a fight. So we would kind of need to figure out a way to channel that anger like into like a better way so we don't get ourselves in trouble, because you don't want to be getting into fights all the time and getting like suspended. And like you said earlier, like you're a really good student, like you get good grades, and we just don't want you to be put in that position with that. So
Yeah.
So why do you think people like bully you? Like why do you feel that you get like targeted?
I don't know. This guy, he was calling me a fag in the locker room, and he just kept saying it and saying it and saying it, and I just had my final straw, and I just started hitting him in the face and the ribs, and that's all I could do. It's all I saw was lashing out, and I've never done that before. I'm not a physically violent, kind of person. I don't normally do those things, but it was just like my breaking point.
So have you like tried to talk to someone about it? Like, let's say you know, a classmate is picking on you, like, have you tried talking to someone about it, like a friend or someone that you could?
Not really.
Do you,
I don't feel like I should bring that stuff up to my friends.
okay. Well, I mean, what do you think they would say if you were to bring that up to them? Do you think they would be like supportive, or do you think? How do you think?
Yeah, I have one friend who I'm pretty close with. He's been my friend, you know, even when my dad was still alive. So he kind of knows what I've been through. I guess I could like try talking to him. I don't know, but so are you asking like what would he say?
Yeah, like would he be supportive as far as like would he say, you know, like fighting is not the answer, you know, as far as like getting into fights with people?
Well, he doesn't, I mean, fight people, so I'm sure he would probably say something like that. I definitely think that, you know, if I tried talking to him, he is a good friend, so I don't think he would, you know, bully me about it or make fun of me or anything. So it's hard to talk about those things.
Oh yeah, for sure. I completely understand. Yeah, it can be definitely hard to talk about, and like, but it's also good that you have a friend that is, you know, understanding and, you know, doesn't encourage it or make fun of you for it, of what happens, you know.
Yeah.
Was there ever like a time where, you know, you felt yourself getting really, really angry, and instead of choosing to react with physically, have you tried to avoid it as far as like dealing with it in a better way?
Well, I never have gotten physically violent before. That was the first time. But like before, like when I was younger.
Angry before, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm angry all the time.
Yeah.
So usually when I get mad, I just kind of keep it in, and that's honestly probably why people pick on me even more, because I look probably just crazy all day long because I'm so mad. I just try to just go home, go in my room where I can be by myself finally, and just kind of, you know, play my video games or listen to my music. I listen to like metal, you know, kind of gets it out of me.
And do you feel like that's working as far as, you know, isolating yourself when you're at home?
It works once I get home.
Okay.
Doesn't help when I'm at school all day. I can't like calm down
Okay.
once I get angry, and I just can't.
Yeah. So you've always kind of felt that you had to kind of react physically?
Yeah, or just keep it in.
Bottled inside?
Yeah.
And to the point where you may feel like you might explode.
Yes, exactly. And that's exactly what happened.
And so that kind of leads you into places like today, like that you're here today for that. Have you ever tried like talking to your mom about it?
Well, my mom makes me angry, so not really, because I don't really feel like, since she's dating all these guys, you know, I don't really feel like she cares to listen to what's going on with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really talk to her about it.
Well, have you ever thought that maybe it doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't care about you. Maybe she feels ready herself to start dating, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't care about you.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, I know I can understand it can be hard because this is probably the first time she's really started dating since you lost your dad.
Yeah.
So I think that's something new that you're experiencing.
I hate seeing all these guys. It makes me mad.
Yeah, that's understandable because that can be really, It could be difficult.
Mhm.
So how do you think you and your mom can like kind of have a better communication between each other?
It was always good before. Um, Even when my dad was around, we were all pretty. Even though I was still getting picked on at school and everything, I could usually talk to them about it when I got home, and they would usually try to, call people's parents or call the school and try to, help out. And then after my dad died, I got really mad. I was pretty close with my dad. And that's kind of when things got different with my mom. And then once,
Yeah.
I don't know, once she started dating other guys, it's just like, nah, there's just nothing. There's nothing
Mm-hmm.
there anymore.
So do you think it started to change when your mom was dating? Now you don't feel like you can talk to her as much as you could before?
Yeah, that's kind of exactly
Okay.
what's happening.
And so when she was there for you and, talking to you, how did that make you feel as far as like, when you would come home from school, let's say you had a bad day, an incident happened, how did mom handle that with you?
Well, I remember like one time when I was in middle school, these kids were all, telling me that I couldn't sit with them at lunch because, I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
Some stupid reason, but I wasn't cool enough. And I came home and I was just mad, and I remember I was, she could just see it on my face. And she we sat down and watched a movie together that I like, and
Yeah.
she kind of, told me that not everybody's going to like me and to just kind of stick with my friends and try to ignore it. And that it used to make me feel better when she would do that, but I was a kid, so I don't know, maybe that was why, but I did always like doing that with her.
Well, it sounds like that you definitely, it's a strength to be able to open up and talk to someone about what's going on, because that might not be the easiest, especially if you're trying to keep stuff bottled inside.
Mm-hmm.
Not being able to talk about it, I can imagine, but, by you opening up to your mom really, really helps, and it helps your relationship.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, you guys found some things that you enjoyed doing together, like watching a movie and kind of doing like fun activities that doesn't focus on everything that you were dealing with that day, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe the first, step, you can kind of try to build that connection with mom again as far as like communication, because maybe you guys can, do some fun things together, like activities that you both enjoy doing, and maybe that could be a subject that you could bring up to her.
Yeah, I'm definitely still mad with her.
Okay.
But maybe like if I had a good day at school or something, I would want to come home and hang out with her instead of by myself, I guess.
So it sounds like, you can try to see if it works for you, as far as like if you do run into a moment where you feel like you're getting really angry and you bring it home with you, why don't you try like talking to your mom about it? Just kind of see how it goes, and talk about the feelings, how you feel about whatever it may be, and just kind of talk it through with her, because she might be really supportive.
Yeah, she used to listen to me when she used to be somebody I could talk to about that stuff. I just kind of stopped, so you're right, maybe I should, and maybe I could try, I don't know.
Yeah. I know it's not easy, but I definitely think, I mean, your mom does love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she does love you. It's just, I think, you know, we all get busy in life, but, you know, it's important to recognize that you still do have someone that loves and cares about you.
Yeah.
So what I think we're gonna do is, why don't you try that and see how that works, and you can see how mom manages it, and then we can kind of like discuss how it how it happened. Like, you know, how did you feel while talking to mom? Was mom listening? Was she supportive? And just kind of see how that works, and then we can kind of go from there as far as seeing different coping skills and techniques. So you won't be as much in trouble anymore.
I mean, that part sounds good.
Yeah.
Not being in trouble.
Right.
You know.
Right. So we'll definitely continue that with the next session. So.
Okay. I'll try to do that.
Yeah. That's all you can do is just try. You know.
Yeah.
So it was nice meeting you.
You too. Yeah.
And I'll see you next week for our appointment.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.